blurred this image to protect the privacy of these men, and it is fairly disturbing. Stripped down to their underwear, tied up, blindfolded, on their knees in the sand. It's also important to add that it is unclear at this hour whether these are Hamas fighters or innocent civilians.
You've had a look at that footage. What do you make of it?
Context is everything. We don't know what happened before, and we don't know how long this took place or what happened afterwards.
Or even from when they did.
Or when it happened or where it happened. But in itself, this is what forces do. I mean, British forces would do the same. Taking people prisoner, this is the first thing that they would do if they think they're dealing with terrorists. So it's all about context. And the point is, how long does this last for? If that lasted an hour or 2 hours, that's okay. If this process lasted several hours or overnight and they weren't given alternative clothing, then that's not okay.
CNN spoke to family members who say that some of them are actually civilians. What is your assessment of these pictures? Does this raise concerns to you that Israel isn't doing enough to discern between militants and civilians?
Yeah, I'm just seeing these pictures for the first time, and obviously they're striking. We're not used to seeing that, you know, people lined up without hardly any clothes on. I'm trying to remember a time, just as someone who's a former CIA officer and Pentagon official who worked, you know, 3 tours in Iraq alongside the military, when that practice was used. I'm having a hard time coming up with one. And I think it's part of this bigger conversation of how do you determine the difference between a civilian and a militant in an extremely crowded place. The United States had to deal with the same question, right, when we were in places like Ramadi and Fallujah in Afghanistan.
Israël veut montrer aussi que ceci a un impact sur la neutralisation, destruction du Hamas. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a beaucoup de ces soldats, de ces gens qui sont là, qui après interrogatoire vont être accusés d'être des partisans du Hamas.
Mais fallait-il qu'ils fassent des prisonniers? On n'en doute pas. Ils ne font pas que éliminer physiquement les combattants du Hamas, mais ils font beaucoup de prisonniers. Pourquoi les montrer?
Pour montrer qu'ils font beaucoup de prisonniers, justement.
Bon.
Il n'y a pas que
et donc c'est un besoin, il y a un besoin de communiquer. Je veux dire, il y a un besoin de communiquer pour faire passer le message de l'efficacité, de l'humanité.
Non, mais Israël a beaucoup besoin de communiquer, c'est certain.